this is Sniper Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for July 31st, 2025. Today is Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well. So I'll be doing a general message for the collective, all signs, all placements. This may or may not resonate with you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'll be pulling an Animal Oracle card to start your reading, and then I'll pull some Wild Reflections Tarot, and then finish off your reading with a message from the universe. Thank you for being here. If you're new, if this resonates with you and you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe so you get future notifications when I do future videos. Welcome back to my subscribers. Thank you for being here as well. If you would like a private reading, you can find that information in the description of the page. So let's call in spirit. Okay, let's shuffle the deck here and see what the Wild Soul Animal Oracle deck message is for us. Gives us an overall feeling for the reading and what it is about. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective, all signs, all placements, July 31st, 2025, please. If you want to skip ahead a little bit while I'm shuffling, that's fine. You know how to do that with YouTube. You just hit the screen twice, and it'll move you up faster. Most important message for the collective, angels, guides, ancestors. What do we need to know for the day, please? Most important message, please. I think I turned my camera just a little bit here. There we go. Oh, we did not. We did not. Okay, we're going to keep this wisdom card. We've done this a couple times this week. You see me shuffling. So Spirit is really wanting to hone in on the owl. And, you know, this is a symbol for me. So this is definitely a spirit speaking to me because the owl is my spirit animal. About wisdom, using your intuition, seeing through the darkness, etc. But let's pull one more. So let's keep that energy. That energy is still here that we've been talking about. I pulled that a couple times now this week. So let's pull one more, please, Spirit. That's amazing. And the thing is I've never pulled the owl, and I've pulled it twice now. Actually, 3 times. 3 times. Okay. And we have the moose, and the word is authority. So let's read from the Animal Oracle book on the moose. And keep in mind the owl with the wisdom, okay? The inner wisdom, the guidance through the darkness, etc. So keep that in mind, but we're going to talk about the moose and the authority. Okay, so the moose, with its imposing presence and majestic antlers, symbolizes authority, leadership, and self-esteem. Known for its strength and celerity nature, the moose represents the power of self-confidence and the ability to stand tall in one's truth. This card suggests that you may need to step into a position of authority or assert your leadership. The moose reminds you that true authority comes from self-respect and inner strength. So step into your power and assert your authority. Confidence and self-respect are key to effective leadership. Okay, so there may be some reason why you need to step into the authority figure today. It really is showing your true self. Being confident is what the words that I was pulling from here. The power of self-confidence, the ability to stand tall in your truth. Okay, that's what stood out for me. So let's pull some tarot. Interesting. Having the wisdom to stand tall in your truth. Let's do some shuffling. Again, you can fast forward if you need to. So grab your tea, coffee, water, snacks, whatever it is you like to have while you listen into the reading. Remember, time is fluid, so when you hear this message is when you're meant to receive it. I have my coffee. Okay. One more shuffle. Could see a return of an old friend, because I just saw that Six of Pentacles here. So you could be seeing a return of an old friend. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective. All signs, all placements. July 31st, 2025, please. So the month is ending here. Be happy when this retrograde is over, I'll tell you that. I think everyone is feeling that. I see it around me too. A lot of emotional instability with this retrograde. Okay. Okay. Same cards we've been getting. Interesting. And there's that Six of Cups too in the reverse position back there. Okay. All right. So to start your reading, we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. The Three of Pentacles basically is showing me that you could be in collaboration with others and having a hard time getting things off the ground. So this is maybe where your leadership position or authority position comes into play here. Perhaps taking leadership over this group dynamic will help you move forward. Having the wisdom and strength to see through the darkness, why things are, the poor quality that is coming out of perhaps a collaboration with others. You're going to need to take the leadership authority or leadership role within this to have the authority in order to move this into a better quality or more where you would like it to be. So you may be needing to take authority in this position in order to move a group collaboration into a better situation, as it feels like it's a poor work situation or quality that is coming out. We have the Six of Swords here as well in the reverse position. The Six of Swords is telling me in the reverse position, this is going to probably leave some people upset, you upset, where you're going to have to step up and take authority and know your truth in a situation. What I'm feeling like is this has to do with work. So this could be some type of group dynamic and a job. So this feels like a job situation or some type of collaboration with others here where the work is being poor. And with the Six of Swords here, you're trying to break free from a bad circumstance in a collaboration with others. You're needing to take an authority figure or a leadership position in order to move this into a better situation. You have the wisdom, you have the strength, you also have the knowledge, perhaps, in order to move this into a better situation, unlike the others. So you're going to have to take the authority role here. It seems like you've got more of a you have more experience in this, so you're going to have to take over and take reign here in order to move everyone into a better situation. We do have the Ace of Cups here, so it feels like this is you. You're going to be offering a solution. You're going to be offering a better situation for the collective or a better situation for the group dynamic here. You're going to be offering your services, your knowledge, your wisdom. You're going to take a leadership role here. You're going to try to make things better for everyone involved here. We have the Six of Cups also in the shadow for what you don't see in the reverse position. And this is just basically telling me this is an upcoming situation that could be occurring, or a future event could be taking place where this comes into fruition. But let's go back and clarify here. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse position. Please clarify the Six of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. Please clarify the Ace of Cups. And we have the Four of Wands. The back of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. So this future event feels like you're going to have to take a leadership role over something that is not working out in a group dynamic, or there's poor quality coming out. So you're going to have to take the reins here. You're going to have to take the authority figure, use your wisdom, your experience in order to pull everyone out of this situation. With the Page of Cups here in the reverse position, that is clarifying this Three of Pentacles. You could be dealing with people that are just lazy. There's a group dynamic where people really just you need to rally around and get them motivated in order to get better quality out of them, or better quality of product out of them. It feels like more of a business role that you could be taking on today, or some type of leadership role in a situation where you're collaborating with others. And you could be dealing with somebody that is not holding their own, or not working very hard in order for the group dynamic. You could be dealing with more of a lazy person. So that could be why the group dynamic has poor quality coming out, because you've got people that are lazy. We have the Four of Pentacles here that is clarifying the Six of Swords. So the Four of Pentacles, you're really needing to, there could be a lot of wasted money at this time because of the circumstance with the Six of Swords here. So you may need to be really honing in on the business and where the money is being spent, so that you can hold on to it more. Be a little bit more miserly when it comes to putting out the money for whatever it is that you're doing, this collaboration with the other people. The Six of Swords here in the reverse position, as I said before, it's almost like you're in a situation that's causing a trickle effect throughout the business, throughout the collaboration, throughout whatever you're doing. So what's happening is you're maybe losing funds. So it feels like you're really needing to hold on to the financial part of this situation. So you may be cutting expenses. You could be looking at the bottom line. You as a leader or authority figure could be going into this situation and saying, hey, we're spending here and we don't really need to at this time. We're losing money, etc., etc. So you really, as the leadership role, you could be looking and accounting for where all the money is going at this time. The Four of Wands is clarifying this Ace of Cups here. you're leading them into a better situation as the authority figure, as the moose here, and having the wisdom, the owl, seeing through the darkness of the situation, because you have the experience, okay? You have the leadership mentality in order to bring everyone within this dynamic out of the situation. And the Four of Wands, because you're able to bring people out of the situation, there will be a celebration of some sort here with the Four of Wands here. So you're gonna bring a more stable situation to this collaboration. This could be a partnership. This could be a domestic partnership. So you're taking a leadership role with whatever dynamic this is. It feels like it's more work for some of you, but this could just be this could be a husband and wife situation where you're needing to take a leadership role in the situation. It could be a collaboration with somebody. Maybe you're wanting to start a business with somebody. It could be anything like that. It could be a work situation that you're dealing with too, where you have the experience in order to pull people out of this bad situation. And I definitely see a celebration as you are going to make things more stable for the whole here. In the shadow, what you don't see is the Ten of Cups here. I feel like as the authority figure, though, you may ruffle feathers a little bit here with the Ten of Cups. This could also, because you're taking an authority figure within a dynamic, within a group dynamic, this may also change some friendships or closer relationships within this group, because you're having to take a leadership role using your authority, okay, using your wisdom as somebody that has the experience to do this. This may also disrupt normal routine within a group dynamic because you're having to do this. This may ruffle feathers a little bit with friendships, with closeness with these people. But it is essential for you to use your wisdom, your experience, your authority in order to pull you out of this bad circumstance here. So let's pull a couple more here. Yeah, it feels like you're really needing to take the reins in some bad situation that's starting to fall apart, and you're really needing to use your authority. But they're going to celebrate in the end here. You're going to bring in you're going to bring in stability and happiness here for this group dynamic. What is the conclusion here or advice for the collective, please, Spirit? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse position, and we have the Hermit. Back of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So with the Three of Wands in the reverse position, kind of giving you an insight here. I think some mistakes were made through this dynamic, and you're really needing to hone in on the mistakes, take the authority figure, being the authority figure, using your wisdom in order to correct the mistakes that were made here. Because there seems like there was a financial loss, and you're really needing to go through with a fine-tooth comb in order to figure out where this went to. Yeah. You may have, somebody might have gotten some bad advice or something like that as well. We do have the Hermit card here as well. It feels like you're being spiritually guided to help this situation. As an authority figure, the one that has the experience here with the Hermit card. You may have to use some solitude, or just you have more hidden knowledge in order to bring people through this situation. You have the experience and knowledge in order to bring this through. You may have to step aside as well and kind of look at things as a whole without any interruption in order to help the situation. So if this is an office situation, you may have to close the door and really look at things with a fine-tooth comb, using your authority figure and using the wisdom in order to pull this group dynamic out of this situation to make things better. We have the Queen of Wands here in the reverse position as well, in the shadow for what you don't see. You may have to use your authority figure in a stern way, is what I'm feeling here with the Queen of Wands. You may have to use the authority and say, listen, this is how it is. This is what we're doing. I've got to take reins here. I'm not dealing with any of this anymore. Somebody may have had poor workmanship, things like that. So we're not doing that anymore. And we are going to be cutting costs, etc., in order to pull us out of this situation. So you may have to be a little bit of have a sharp tongue when it comes to being the authority figure in the situation, because you have the knowledge here and experience in order to pull this group dynamic out of this bad situation in order to bring you into the happiness and the solution and the celebration that is needed here in the end. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading. But yeah, it seems like you may ruffle feathers a little bit being the authority figure, using your wisdom in order to help this situation. But it is important that you do, because in the end, everyone will be happy. If this is a love situation, you may have to be putting your foot down and saying, listen, we're stopping this right now until this is better, until I figure out how to make this better. So for some of you that may be wondering about love and things like that, something has happened within a group dynamic. Perhaps there was poor spending or poor advice on something, and you're really needing to use your experience and your knowledge in order to pull you out of this. And you may have to separate from this individual in order to get back to a place of happiness and contentment within the situation. A message from the universe, please, for the collective. All signs, all placements, please. Message from the universe, please, to finish up the reading. Okay, it says, just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. So it feels like to me that maybe this is going to take some time in order to get to this Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. So it may be a process in order to get through this. You're going to have to use your authority figure, your authority and your knowledge in order to get through this situation. Your experience is very important in this situation. For this group dynamic that is having a hard time, you are dealing with some lazy people here, and you're going to have to take the reins here, perhaps cutting back costs as well in order to move you into calmer waters. You may have to go within and really think about these things, kind of put yourself more in solitude in order to figure out what the best process is in order to bring this group dynamic out of the situation. So be patient and trust the process. Divine timing is at play here. So that's the message I have for you, collective. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and please be kind and compassionate to others. Namaste.